you're sort of between, like you said, the regular people and the security folks, and you're there to focus on the business, which has always been really interesting to me, because we say that security should support the business. CISOs should be more business-like. They should focus more on how to drive business, how to get buy-in from, quote unquote, regular people, not just the individual contributors, but the executive folks that are also the regular people. So I'd love to see more BISO openings, or even see the CISO. I've heard, this is controversial. You guys don't come for me. Okay. I've just heard that, some companies are switching to just having a BISO, or having a CISO that is more like the BISO, and then eliminating the BISO role altogether. Because when you think about it, it sounds an awful lot like that should be the direction.
I want to tie into something you just said there, Josh. So I'm actually seeing, and this is the time of year, we're looking at budget cuts. It's near the holidays. We've got a lot of moving pieces right now. And I am seeing companies post positions for CISOs or CIOs. They go through the interview process, and then after they view everybody, they say, you know what, we're just going to promote from within and knock down the title. Now, the problem with this is, while I understand maybe the future proofing of the company from a cost reduction standpoint, it is not helping on a technical standpoint for protection and overall high level security for those same business goals. And you really, you pointed in on that with the BISO position and whatnot. And I feel like there has to be more discussion on this topic, because companies are not doing themselves favors by thinking they're saving a lot of money. Everyone looks at the money. And at the end of the day, that's not enough to protect us. And if there's any, well, we're all biased here. If there's any department that needs to have some money spent in it, it's this department right here. And they need to understand that is the one department you do not do that in, because it's not going to necessarily do you any favors. Does it help your team underneath bring people up? Absolutely. But what are they learning by just doing that? The rest of the department doesn't learn anything from that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And I'd like to hear your take on this, Dana, and especially with you talking about future-proofing your business. What do you think on that?
Well, I don't know. As far as where things are going in the future, and I think the need for cybersecurity is going to be so strong. But the problem right now is that, and I work with a lot of MSPs, and they do not have the ability, I hate to say this, to talk to the C-suite. They're very bad. They're very smart people, very smart people. So my job with working with them, with my whole, social media marketing program, is to get them to break down their messaging so that they can talk in a way that they're delivering their information, that the C-suite can understand them. Because as soon as they don't, again, they're like, oh, wait a minute, this is costing money. Forget it. We don't want to do it. But when they can say things like, well, do you have an incident response plan in place? And then they'll all have to look at each other. Do you say, are your employees logged into their Google account while they're at work? Probably. Those are little basic things you can talk to them about, and they're going to understand, as opposed to getting into all that rigmarole with the talk. So I think that's what it is that we need to bring the language down so that everybody can understand it. And then we all need to start talking about it. Everybody needs to be talking about this. Like we said, it affects your older parents, the kids, the people at work. It's affecting all of us with our smart devices at home. I mean, you think about, this is something that is all consuming at this point, and it's only going to get, more consuming. So anyway, I don't know if I went off on a tangent with that question, so I apologize if I did.